Day 2 of the 12 days of Christmas starts right now.
All right, so we are heading over to get our Christmas tree and I could not be more excited. I don't know what we're gonna get. I really want a flock tree and I want it to be like really tall because I never had a flock tree, and I think this year's theme is going to be a lot with snowy and silvery and very glittery. So I'm super excited. You guys can come along with us. We're going to Hobby Lobby, Walmart, and Shinoda, and I'm gonna see who has the best deal and the most beautiful tree, so come with us. All right, you guys, so we have arrived at Shinoda Design Center here in San Diego, California. We're gonna go inside and look for a Christmas tree and perhaps a few more goodies for our Christmas decorating. I have my mask, I'm all ready, so let's go in. So I want to let you know about this particular flock tree that I'm the one that I'm obsessed with. I cannot even speak, that's how excited I am. I love the fact that there is so much space right here in between the branches, and here's our cute little framed fat owls that I show you on the tour of Shinoda. But I think this is our winner. The difference between this one and this one is that this one has a heavier flocking and a bigger space. You want that to be able to hang some ornaments. So far I'm in love with this one, but I'm gonna continue looking. Keep watching. All right, you guys, so we came in for a Christmas tree and look all the things that we ended up getting. It's getting a little ridiculous, but this Christmas you will be dazzled, and I just want you to stay tuned for all of these goodies. There's going to be so many DIY ideas for you this holiday season, so keep watching.
Well, since we found the perfect Christmas tree, it's now to get it all set up, and I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to set up your Christmas tree fast and easy. All right, you guys, so we're gonna set up our Christmas tree today. However, before I get to doing all of that, I wanna show you the tools that I really recommend you have ready. So this is a remote control plugin that I like to have because that way you don't need a stamper and you also don't need to go in there and look for your Christmas tree plugin. So what I do is I just go ahead and plug in an extension cord to one of them, and I'm going to disappear for a second, but I just plug that into the wall. And then I have my extension cord ready for my Christmas tree. So I'm just gonna drop that on the floor. And now I'm gonna get my Christmas tree out so I can plug it in and make sure that it all works fine. So I'm gonna get going and I'll be right back, all right? Keep watching. Well, putting this together is not as easy as I really thought it would be, but we got it done. So now we're gonna set that down, and I'm gonna start with my A, and I think A is actually the top. Where is it? B and C. Yep, C is the bottom, so it's backwards. So we're gonna start with C, and it's already making a mess. Too bad I had already mopped. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this into my stand. Once you drop it into your stand, I really recommend to really tighten it to make sure that it's not gonna wobble and move. What I like about this tree is because it's one of those that you just plug it in and it automatically turns the lights on for you. You don't have to worry about looking for that extension cord. This tree came, as you guys can see previously, from our friends at Shinoda, and I'm super excited because I've never had a good quality tree like this. And you know, sometimes it really is worth the investment to have something more beautiful and something that you can really decorate. Like I told you, this is not even fluffed, but as you guys can already see, there's gonna be some really long ornaments going down, and I'm just super excited to show you the whole process of decorating this tree. All right, everyone, I've told you before that to fluff a tree, you have to start with every single branch, and you have to just go ahead and split them up. These flock trees are a little bit more difficult because they are so attached to the flocking, and it really starts coming off. But I'm gonna do the best that I can with this tree, so give me a minute while I fluff, and I'll be right back to show you how we're gonna decorate it. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, so after I got done setting up the Christmas tree, I was so tired because a lot of things went wrong. So I decided to give myself a little break and go shopping for accessories for this home tour. Come with me. All right, you guys, so we've arrived at Home Goods for accessories. We're gonna see what they have. I'm super excited. Like I told you earlier, it's really important to kind of accessorize your home according to the holiday season. And I'm gonna take you inside. Let's see what we can find. Let's go. Okay, so we just got back from shopping and I want to show you guys a few of the things that we got for the home tour. And I'm gonna start with this really cute throw. And as you guys know, the theme is black, white, and red, and look how gorgeous this is. This is gonna go in our sofa, and I think it's gonna be super fun because I have these really cool black and white pillows that I got at IKEA. They were clearance out, so I got them for a really good price, so I'm gonna get rid of that one and put it over there. And then also, this is probably one of my favorite ones that I purchased for the tour, and it's this gorgeous pillow that says Merry and Bright. This guy was only $19, and look how gorgeous this red is. This matches our ribbons that we're doing for the theme, and I'm super excited to show you guys. I'm gonna throw it in the sofa over there. But my favorite things that we got, it's this little girl that I have to unveil to you. Look how sweet she is. She has a little lantern, so I think I'm gonna do a tiny cute little swag in here. So she's holding a lantern with a swag, and I thought that would be really fun. And then I also got the little boy, you guys. This is gonna go on the mantle, and it's gonna be so much fun. Look how sweet they are. They remind me of the kids from the sweater project. And then I got a set of 3 of these really cool mercury glass candlesticks that I'm gonna use right here in this area. I got in 2 different sizes, 2 of the smaller ones and 1 of the taller ones. So I'm super excited. There's other things that we're getting. We're just getting started. We're getting ready, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what we're doing for this year's home tour. But meanwhile, I have to get back to decorating, so keep watching. Okay, so I'm finishing fluffing the tree, and I want to talk to you real quick about how tall it is. It almost touches the ceiling, but it doesn't really bother me. Well, first of all, number one, I cannot chop it off and just make it as short as I want it to. But I think it is actually fine because I'm not gonna do a topper. A lot of you ask me about toppers, and I really, for this particular tree, don't want to do one because it is so tall. If it was taller ceilings, then yes, I'll probably do something with perhaps ribbons or stems. But for this particular look and all of the items that we're gonna be using are overscaled and really large, then there's no need for it. But I'm super excited to show you guys. Stay tuned. This is just getting started. Keep watching. When you're fluffing, make sure that you pull every single stem up and out, and that, as you guys can see, really gives that stem the shape that you need it. All right, so this is the last branch, and it really, as you can see, is worth touching every single bristle in it to make sure it's all fluffed out. So now I'm gonna get all of my ornaments ready. We still have the mantle to do. We're gonna do also something over on this side, so stay tuned. Okay, so now that the tree is all set up and the shopping is all done, it is time to decorate the Christmas tree. And as you guys can see, it turned out gorgeous, but I'm gonna give you all the steps on how to put together a gorgeous Christmas tree this holiday season. Keep watching. All right, you guys, so what I've done right here is I went ahead and placed my lantern first, and then I went ahead and bent the tip. So what I wanna do now is I'm gonna grab this tiny little wire, then I'm gonna go through the bristle and I'm gonna twist just to secure, make sure that this lantern is gonna stay in place. I wanna take a second to invite you guys to come and follow me on my Instagram for all of the behind the scenes for these 12 days of Christmas and much more. All of that information is gonna be linked down below. All right, let's get back to the video. All right, you guys, so before I start with the ribbon, what I want to mention real quick is as I went ahead and added my biggest ornaments on the tree, I have a collection of these red lanterns. We're gonna put some real candles, actually a flameless candle, on the large ones, and the small ones already come with an LED candle. Then I added all of these bigger ornaments, and I just went ahead and stuffed them all the way into the tree so they don't stick out too much, because we're gonna go ahead and add the ribbon next. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get started, and I'm gonna, as you know, drop it on the floor. Have your tools ready. So I have my scissors, my wire cutters, and then also my wires are really close to me. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give this mesh ribbon a little dovetail, because we always have to start with a dovetail. If you've been watching this channel, then you know that no ribbon should not go on any tree, wreath, swag, and dovetail, because if I come to your house and if I see it, I'm gonna do it for you. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and layer all of them. I'm gonna go ahead and add the red one last. Oh, see, I almost put it up there without dovetailing. So just real quick dovetail. And then also I want to let you know that in the next few episodes, we're going to a customer's home to decorate for their Christmas. And it's going to be so gorgeous because the staircase that we're going to decorate is just absolutely grand and so big. And it's going to be so much greenery, so much lights, so many ornaments and ribbons that I cannot wait for you guys to see. So you have to stay tuned. So I'm going to go ahead and layer these three like this. Then I'm going to go ahead and pinch right here. And this time I'm going to grab a wire and I'm gonna wire all of this together. Just twist it real quick. So that way we can use our little wire to attach to our tree. Now, sorry if I disappear, but I do have to get on this little stool. So I'm gonna go ahead and add over here to the top. Just grab one of your bristles and twist this around and secure it right there. And split your ribbons like this. Then what I want you to do is grab all of your ribbons together, give them a little poof like this. Just grab some of your bristles right here and twist, and then separate them like this. So you can see all ribbons. And because the mesh one is see-through, that's why I want you to put it first, so the ones on the back actually show better. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a step down. Then I'm gonna go ahead and give it another loop right here. A really big one, and I'm gonna go as far in as I can on the tree like this, so it looks intentional. Grab one of my bristles, just make sure that I twist them right here, and then I'm gonna separate the opposite way. So now the red one on this side, gold steel in the middle, and the harlequin on this side. I've ran out of this ribbon, but that's fine because here, instead of doing another loop, I'm just gonna go ahead and dovetail them. So I'm gonna grab my scissors, dovetail right here and here, and then this red one even longer, like this. And just let them hang, but give them a little curvature so they hang down like this. How cute is that? All right, so now what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm gonna grab my other harlequin ribbon, and I have a brand new bolt right here that I have to open. Thumbs up if you guys are enjoying these 12 days of Christmas. I'm super excited. We still have so many projects to go. We're doing a swag in front of our entryway. We're doing another swag right here with picks and ornaments. We still have all that customer house to decorate. We're doing the giveaway, so stay tuned for the giveaway coming up in another video. So there's still a lot to go. And I just really hope that you guys are being inspired to create something beautiful in your homes for the holidays. All right, so let me see. I had the red one on the back. Make sure that they all look like they did before. We're gonna dovetail all of our ribbons. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pinch right here, grab one of my wires. Now there's so many ribbon techniques that you can choose from, but I just figured this would be so much fun. So what I'm going to do with this particular one is where I ended right here, I'm gonna now bring it over to this side. So I'm gonna grab my two wires. I'm going to connect to where I left off just by twisting one of my bristles like this. We separate the tails so they show all of them. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my ribbons, and now I'm gonna come this way. And I'm gonna do two big loops. And remember to just give them a lot of space to flow so you have a lot of movement. Then I'm gonna pinch right here, and I'm gonna go as far in as I can. Actually, I need it to be bigger. That's what I like about these bigger trees, because the loops really show, as you guys can see. Look at that, how pretty is that? Then just grab some of your bristles and twist that around. And so now I'm gonna separate this like this. Make sure that all of my ribbons are showing. And these are the exact same ribbons that we're using for our mantle that is coming up. I think it'll be our next video after this one. So if you guys want to decorate your mantle, I really recommend to stay tuned for this series, because we're doing so many projects. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dovetail right here, and then I'm gonna leave this one even longer. All right, so at this point, I really recommend you step back and reassess where you need your next ribbon. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start one right here on the side, and then one down, and I'll be right back with you, so stay tuned.
All right, everyone, so I want to talk to you about taking a second to pre-wiring all of your ornaments. This step is a little tedious, but it really does come in handy. And so what I do is I basically just cut a whole bunch of wires, as you can see right here. Then I take my ornament, I cut the tag off, and then I just go ahead and wire one of these tiny little wires and twist it. And this will save us so much time when we are getting ready to decorate our tree.
All right, so now that our ribbons are laid, and I think this turned out absolutely gorgeous with all of the glitter, and this red ribbon that looks like a Santa coat is just absolutely gorgeous. So the thing that I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add some of these really oversized ornaments, and I'm gonna look for prominent spots that are empty like this right here. And just by grabbing that wire, as you guys can see, you don't have to twist a lot. The wire really disappears, and I'm gonna go ahead and look for another spot like right here, to make sure that we're starting to fill in those gaps. As you guys can see, this red really helps. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to this side and add one right here. And then also we have these white ones that I absolutely love, and this also will help fill in the gaps like right here. See, and what I like about doing all this pre-wiring is because you can just grab your ornament, find the space where you need. Let's see, this is getting tight. And that's what I like about putting the ribbon first, because if you put your ribbon first, then you fill in a lot of the dead spaces on your tree, like that. Look at that. How cute is that? All right, I have a few more of this one. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and add. You wanna save these big, pointy stems or bristles to hang your dangly ornaments, and I'll show you in a second. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna add is a selection of these black and white ornaments that I absolutely love. The shapes, I love this onion shape, I love this finial shape. And like I told you earlier, I saved the longest tips to add my ornaments that have this dangling effect. And as you guys can see, it really is helping to fill in the tree, and you wanna let them hang down like this. And you find places where there's nothing in it, and just grab an ornament. If you don't have a wire, just go ahead and put that ornament in and then twist it around, and look at that. It just stays wherever you want it to be. I'm gonna finish doing the black and whites, and I'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. Okay, everyone, so the last step is going to be, well, the last step when it comes down to ornaments, adding specialty ornaments. And those are the ones that are differently shaped, like this red one, this gold one, and then look at this beauty right here. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? It looks like a chandelier, and it's just so pretty. But remember to always add all of the same ornaments at the same time to create balance into your tree. So I'm gonna go ahead once again and just wrap this tiny little wire into my bristle, and just look for places where they really dangle, like this right here. Then just go once and let it dangle like that. I absolutely love this one. Look how gorgeous this is with all of the glitter. Just absolutely stunning. So I'm gonna come over here, and don't forget to go all the way up. So if you're adding some over here to the bottom, then go to the top and look for a place where you can put an ornament, like right here. And once again, all you have to do is grab that stem and then have your wire just go 1, 2. That way when they come out, you don't have to wrestle them. So I'm gonna add one right here. As you guys can see, I'm just go 1, 2, pull that wire, and it all stay exactly where I put it. Now the other tip I can give you is like put it as, hang it as close as to the stem as you can, like right, let's see. Let me do one right here. So I'm gonna go ahead all the way to the stem, then just swirl that around, and look at that, it hangs exactly where I want it. Let me see, I think I have to put one of these ones on the bottom right here to balance my tree. And now I have these really pretty finials that they really need to dangle, so I have to find prominent spots like right here, and just grab my ribbon and twist it. Look how pretty these are. These are so long and so gorgeous. So I'm gonna go ahead and add one right here. And at this point is when the ornaments start to overlap with each other, and you can really see the depth and dimension of this tree. Is turning out so gorgeous. All right, so I took a minute to stand away from this tree and assess it and see where I need the next item, which is going to be these gorgeous stamps. I have two types. I have this really pretty gold one. Let me move it so so I can show you the other one. And then I have this berry that is red and glitter, and it has all these ornaments. But as you guys know, I like to add one stem at a time. So we're gonna start with this guy right here. So you wanna look for places like here. And then when you insert your stem, don't insert it straight forward, but go down a little bit so that stem stands out, as you guys can see. If you were to, I'll show you in a second. If you were to just put your stem flat, look how flat it looks. All right, so two things. One, you have to fluff every single wire that you have right here. And then when you insert your stem, I'm gonna go over to this side so you guys can see. Go ahead and insert it going down, so that way it stands out and away from the tree. So that's another tip we use in the industry to make our trees look more gorgeous. Okay, so I thought I would take a second to show you guys a little behind the scenes of what happens when you decorate one of these Christmas trees for YouTube. And so we have all of our mess right here. As you guys can see, I've been prepping. We have our camera right here, ready to shoot with all of our lights. And over here we have the Christmas tree. As you guys can see, all of the ribbons, lanterns already in place, some of the ornaments already in place, so it's time to get started. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this red one. Now this is really pretty. This guy, and like most of this stuff, is from Shinoda Design Center. And what I like about this stuff is you have to really fluff it and touch all of these little balls and make sure that they are all going the same way. And we're gonna do the exact same thing with this one. I'm gonna give it a little bit of curvature right here, and I'm gonna start over on this side, and I'm going to go down. And look at this. Adding this stem really adds a lot of character, because not only it has the berries, but it has the ornaments. It is super long, so it really adds that depth and dimension. However, you do have to, like I said, fluff this guy and make sure you give every berry a little character. And look at this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add maybe one right here, and just go down, facing down, and look at that. It just extends the shape of your tree. If you were to not fluff and just add it like this, look how this uncharacteristic, it's just like a stick. But I'm gonna go ahead and fluff, and then I'm gonna put it on the exact same spot so you guys can see what fluffing your stem. And I think at this point you guys already know, I mean, we've been decorating here at Ramon home and our whole lives for Christmas, but do give it a little curvature like this. I'm gonna add it exactly where I put it before, just so you guys can see that by fluffing this stem, just go ahead and give this curvature. Look how fun. All right, well, I'm gonna finish adding these red stems. I'll be right back with you. I think we're about done, so keep watching. All right, so before I add my last ornament, I wanna show you guys how cute this is. It looks like a little FIO Schwartz men's hat with a little Mackenzie Childs pattern in it and the little diamond in here. So this is our last ornament. Yay, we're done. We're gonna add the candles to the lanterns. We're gonna turn everything on, and you guys will see what this looks like very soon. All right, you guys, so I know I told you I was done. However, I did find these garlands of ornaments. Look how cute these are. So I figured this would be perfect to just lay on the tree. And I had a boss that used to say that you're not done till it's overdone. And just when you think you're done, double it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm gonna go ahead and lay this garland right here. I'm gonna let it drape all through and over my other elements. And I'm just gonna find a bristle and just attach right there with the garland. So look how much movement that gave your tree. I really recommend, I show you how to do these garlands, but you can find them at Shinoda Design Center. If you are looking for something specific like this in black and white, that's where I got mine. So basically what I do is I just let it drape like that. I let it swag. Then I come over, use another bristle and attach, and it just gives it so much movement. And you can just let them dangle like this. Just go ahead and fluff all of your ribbons, and at this point, I think we're pretty much done. Okay, before I let you all go, I wanna show you one last tip on how you can add a lot of character to any Christmas tree. It is super easy. Also, I wanna invite you to tune in to the rest of the 12 days of Christmas. There is still so much more to see, so stay tuned. All right, you guys, so I wanna give you a really quick tip to add candles to your tree. I wanted to add some of these flameless candles. So what I did is I went ahead and wrapped a thinner wire into my LED candle. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go under, and if you have a helper, it really does help right now, but go under like this, and then you wanna go ahead and tie a knot right here, holding your candle in place like this. And then you might wanna do a little bow just to finish it off. Cute bow. And fluff your little bow like this. You can go ahead and use that wire to really fluff this bow. And if you want to go ahead and just do something fun with a wire right here like that. And then all you need is your remote control to turn your candle on. And look at that, you have a cute little candle on your tree.